But really, the result comes from Levi and the large wake that he threw, the ripple that he did, And I thought that when we were out to sea the other day and put his ashes to sea, that it was such a fitting thing with the waves were going like this, just like the rhythm he had, the cadence that he had, right? And it floated away. He floated away like this, exactly like he did. And when you go to the Coast Guard says 2 feet every 10 seconds, and it's exactly like music is, you know what I mean? So I think that it was a great send-off for him, and we miss him dearly, as you know. And, and he just went with everybody wasn't his best friend, but he made everybody at that moment feel warm and
my father, he was the best father I could ever ask for. He defied all stereotypes of a black man, and he was there for me from day one. He made me feel loved. He made me feel special. He made me feel beautiful. He made me feel safe and protected. He made me feel like I was one of the funniest people I know because he laughed at all my jokes. And he was everything a father should be to a daughter and to a son as well.
Get my own damn band? Yeah, you get your own damn band. So anyway, Levi, he was very gracious with his time and his talent, spent a lot of time with me in 2022 bringing these folks together. And I can't thank him enough. It's been fun, it's been a dream of mine, and hope you enjoy us.
Where our hearts connect with Levi.
The best thing that I'm sitting in right now is the fact that everyone today showed up with their best intention, and everyone put that out there, and that's just a unique thing to be able to live with, because everyone's taking home this feeling today.
That, and we were also planning some other projects, and then 3 days later he was gone. So he's my brother in spirit and in soul, and I'll miss him dearly.
He's my musical uncle, so for a long time, he's always been a supporter of me and playing drums wherever I've been. Love him to death, miss him, and just really appreciate his spirit, his knowledge, his wisdom, and he's just a great individual, always supportive of me.
He was a giant, I'm looking back on all the stuff that he did and all the people he touched and all the places he played, and he was a consummate musician. It was a party that night, and then the next day we went to the church and played gospel music for the church.
Junker! That was Mick Whittington on the bass guitar, ladies and gentlemen.
I would hug him and I would put my head on his shoulder, and he knew it was me, and he would walk up to me and put his elbow on my shoulder, and we're happy, and so I loved him and I miss him.
Oh, Levi was
some of the best, one of the best person I know. It's just like, he'll do anything for you. He'll do anything for you, give you a shirt off his back. And I've known him over 30 years. And I used to like to argue with him because he was always good for a good argument. But I miss him so much, you know, I really do. We all miss him.
And he said, okay. And he took me for my word that I could do it. And he got me up on the stage and we were able to do a good job. And it gave me the confidence to move ahead with singing when I wanted to sing on stage.
I play with now and probably have ever played with in Sonoma County were introduced through Levi. And I've played in every band that I've ever played in. He's been a guest artist or saved the day when we had some health issues or something that he happened to be in the audience with a guitar in his car. Get on up. The last gig I did with him was like a week before he passed, and it was with Soulfuse, and our lead singer was having an issue, and we're like 3 songs into the whole night, and Levi's out there, and I go talk to Levi. I'm like, you got your guitar with you? I know it's a rhetorical question, and he said, yeah. I says, you feel like playing? And he's saved our day.
I love the guy. He was really a good-hearted person, and we had a lot in common. We played with a lot of the same people, and I remember him playing in Pengrove at the Pengrove pub. He invited me to come and do a thing called Levi's Workshop. Willing to give people that chance, no questions asked. If you figured, okay, if you want to get up there, you know, it's on you, and let's do this. And so. And that's just the kind of person he was, and so he's sorely missed, and we're gonna miss him, and we're all gonna miss him, and you know, irreplaceable, you know, and so he's got a special place in my heart. I just want his family and everyone to know that. And so, thank you. We love you, Levi.
Thank you.
You know, and everything he did, and kind and gracious. It's almost embarrassing talking about him. You know, he's kind of like a musical angel.
Okay, Levi was so warm and giving, and let me tell you, he had the best hugs. But the music, his love came out in his music, and it was so inspiring. And to see how he didn't know a stranger, he only knew friends. So to Levi, big friends, love you.
Rest in peace, Levi, but we had many good times together.
And it was the first time we actually ever got to work together because we were always both working and busy.
I knew one thing for sure, that he was a decent human being and full of love and full of all that stuff, all the juice. He had all the right juice.
Never had a bad thing to say about anybody. And I mean, never. And he was always, no matter who it was, you know, if you walked into a room, he always made you feel like $1 million. And so it was 2 drummers, Levi, Tommy, and our other keyboard, Richard. And it was like...
it was awesome.
It was awesome. In fact,
it's still on YouTube, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on. You can get it on the Redwood Cafe,
right.
little tiny house.
Great dude. I miss him. Anyway, and I used to be in this jam session up there, and he'd show up. He's just always been a super nice cat. And then I lost track of him for a long time. I come up here to Sonoma County, and here he is.
He was a sweetheart of a guy. Thank you, Levi. I'm really glad to be here to celebrate your wonderful life.
And that's, I guess, going to add, that's, Levi, if you knew him for 1 day or 40 years, he would have loved you just the same. So that's what's so important.
That seems good.
These kind of friendships are important.
Yep.
Awesome, guys.
Oh.
Thank you.
A day full of what we've been saying, tears, hugs, and music.
Well, Levi was somebody that I ran into regularly out in the Sonoma County music world, and always he had a kind word, and he and I had mutual respect, and always enjoyed spending time together.
Shakers at Victory House, and Levi came, and Tommy Miller, and they came up and they played with us for a while. And it was so great to see him. We had a great time. He sits down, and at the end of the night, I go by him and his hat falls off. And I said, oh my God, you have hair under there? And he looked at me and said, what the fuck do you think? Of course I have hair under my hat. And then a big hug and I'm fine, you know. That's a good Levi story.
So, KRSH, backyard party last year, super jam. So Levi and the band were playing. Doug was to the left of Levi. Doug blew a string. Was distraught. So Levi had no idea. So I turned around with Jan's help and grabbed him another guitar, Levi's guitar, and looked at him and he smiled. He put it on and started playing. Well, Levi had turned around to do a guitar solo and he turned around and there was Doug playing his guitar and he was playing his guitar and he had this look on his face like, that's my guitar. And Doug's like, yeah, it sounds really good.
So after Doug played Levi's guitar, he turned around and handed it to me, and I immediately put it back in the case that I had taken it out of. Levi came up to me and he goes, where the hell is my guitar? And I said, I put it back in the case. He goes, oh, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
People who know me know I've worked with Levi doing sound for him way back in the Little Switzerland days, up to the Reeling Band, and of course just all over Sonoma County or North Bay. So anyway, Levi, he was my brother from another mother, and he'll be greatly missed. So God bless you, brother, and peace to you and your family.
My favorite story is we were doing a benefit when your transmission went out at Shalimar's house, and all these musicians were sitting in, and I said, hey, Levi, let's do Rainy Days and Mondays from the Carpenters, and I'll sing it. And he looks at me and goes, oh, Paulie, that is not going to happen. So for you, Levi, here it is. Oh, shit, I forgot the first line.
When I met Levi, I was at the El Verano Inn in Sonoma, California, and the second time I was there, I walked up to him and I said, Levi, my name is Donna, I'm Donna. He goes, I know who you are. Anyway, impressive, and so he has my...
This is a celebration of life. It's good and sad, but it brings everybody together.
You set up the
and
radio station over at,
people I haven't seen in years, and we're all here because of Levi. See him everywhere, and then he's at Oliver's playing with Donnie.
Right.
You know, I'll miss Levi a lot. I
saw it. It's been in
private with him. Would just run into him at every bar while he's playing with every band, and he was just a big teddy bear. You know, we just love Levi for who he is, and he stopped drinking. He's so proud of that. That was his big thing, man. Kicking that, and he began, enjoying life again.
Halloween, pre-COVID.
But anyways,
my friend Tommy and I, in pink long johns and pink tutus. Levi's playing at the Trade Winds, and we pirouetted in the door. We pirouetted in the door, and Levi laughed so hard he couldn't play.
Levi was one of the first guys that I ever met at the Trade Winds, and let me sit in right away. And he was such a beautiful spirit, such a beautiful dude, and very lucky. He introduced me to a lot of these guys right here. Oh, sorry. Drop your clip.
Okay, you guys are getting ready to play, right?
Thank you.
just always the giver. He's always encouraging, inspiring, and always just loving the moment. Just really present. Like nobody I've ever really known to be that present and just happy to smile.
Sharing the good stuff.
Because he was loaded with that good stuff.
And the good stuff.
Yeah, I loved his voice and his guitar playing. It was just nothing pretentious about it.
One of the most open people I have ever met. Every time I see Levi, he's got a big smile, a hug, and a kiss, and that hug is so freaking real.
So genuine.
The hot monk, and I say hi, Levi. She say hi, Levi, and the lady with her say, "That's not Levi." She says it's a long story. I'll tell you later. So when I go places, a lot of people take me for Levi. So that's my happy moment.
I think it's very soothing for a lot of us to see you around and just like makes our heart expand with love and for being who you are, but then also reminding us of the presence of Levi as well.
Kind person that really demonstrated a lot of discipline and showed great leadership. Levi, every time I'd see him, like, you know, even in the last few years, he always asks about my mother. Right here, you know. But he's also with Chris Marvin and Ralph Bryan and Stu Blank, you know, and a lot of these other guys, Michael Barclay, and just all these brothers and sisters.
The great jam in the sky.
Yeah.
One of the most wonderful people that you could ever want to know, straight up. Always positive spirit, and it's really sad.
Musical community came together, and there's not very many events that do bring this many folks together. He was really special. There's a lot of credibility and helped put us on the map. So we owe him a great debt of gratitude for that alone. But he was special.
Yes, he was. Thank you, Levi.
Yes.
I think it's a wonderful testimony to a man's life that so many people were touched by him and came out to show their appreciation for him and what he's given to the community. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to be a part of this. And his legacy lives. And someone said that he is here, and I believe so. His spirit is here today.
I had so many great times with him on my stage. When I worked at Aubergine, he always stopped by after his shows and hung out with me for Tear Down. He's just a sweet guy. So, and it was great to be in this community because they're all my people. They're all my friends. You know?
I loved playing with Levi. He was such a wonderful man, and he asked me to play on his LP or CD, and I did the best solo I think I've ever done, and it was all because of Levi. I loved it. Thank you, Levi. I'll join you soon.
Levi has represented us as one of the formidable musicians in the county, and we miss him. We love him. So happy we can be here to support him and his family.
Unbelievable, all the community and musicians that have come together for him. Truly one of a kind.
How many people knew him, even outside of the quote-unquote blues world, and how supportive he was to all musicians no matter what style they played. And I hope that I can live up to that as well. To you know, just to be such a generous soul and to encourage other people, no matter what style they play.
I'm Ken. Levi was the best. That's all there is to it.
That's all there needs to be said.
Back when he was doing the workshop at the Twin Pines, I would go in there, and that's how we met. And then he started inviting me to all his little workshops and other gigs and things. So bless his heart. I hope he's floating around up there, and told him to say hi to my mom when he's up there. So anyway, we miss you, Levi, and peace out.
Stay away from. And I loved it. And he was so right. He was so honey bear. That was my honey bear. He's a hell of a musician.
We both took a sip and we just kind of looked at each other like, and we both just cracked up. I mean, that was his spirit. He was an intuitive guy. He was a warm person to be around. He always
dancing to Levi, and it's just a joy. And he just, he just leaves a big hole in our hearts, but we're glad he was here, and we're glad he shared his talents with us, and forever grateful for all that, He's just an amazing man.
Resolution of the Board of Supervisors, County of Sonoma, State of California, recognizing Levi Lloyd for his outstanding career as a beloved and influential force in the music community of Sonoma County.
Smile gave me the confidence to have you be one of my first video vlogs that I interviewed. Thank you so much for that confidence. And you talked about being kind, and that's how you lived your life. You did the workshops, you did the jams, you played T-Tot on Lost Highway. You're one of the good ones and will be missed. Cheers. Enjoy the jam in the sky.
Levi Lloyd.